Just put a spiritual vitamin in right here, because when we're the marriage mechanics, and before we got married, I told my husband I couldn't bear the thought of you being with another woman. Since you had sex with me before marriage, I know the propensity is inside you, so let's put some safeguards in place and let's get some game rules established. No, I was not giving him a pass to go out and cheat. What I was saying is, you're human. You're subject to make mistake. In the event that it does happen, don't tell me. Confess it, to Jesus. Let him forgive you.
Wow.
Let him forgive you. Cut homegirl off. Send her skipping down the yellow brick road. And come on and let's get our life together, because it's so much warfare that you go through rehearsing and repeating that memory. I am a really, really strong woman. When my husband was going through something, I think it was it pornography? He was dealing with pornography. I know him. I know him like my heartbeat. And so something had shifted, and I didn't know what it was. And of course, I'm assuming it's infidelity, and I had already told him, don't ever tell me about infidelity. And so then I sat him down and I said to him, what is it? What is it? What is it? And he wouldn't tell me. And I said, tell me what it is. I need you to know up front, when I married you, I meant it. So if you made a mistake or you've fallen short, I forgive you now. We can figure out who we're going to get some counseling to work through this. Failure is not an option for us, but I need to know what I'm working with. So if you're that type of woman and you've got to have all of the facts on the table, make sure that you don't browbeat him. I never did that. Wait. Yeah. And if you are the type of woman, I couldn't handle, going in. So I don't want to paint this picture of myself being this strong person, but I thought he was already in it, and I wasn't going to leave him in a fallen state. Ladies, I want you to understand that when you bash them about cheating, you leave them in a fallen state and you open them up for more arms, because you need acceptance, you need forgiveness, you need that unconditional love when you know that you've made a mistake. If you do create a comfortable environment for him to confess all the details of it, don't use it against him, and certainly don't call the other woman.
I do want to say this. We've got somebody answering some good stuff on here. Alicia Campbell is saying, cut off all contact, disclose all forms of contacts, willingly surrender all contact, avoid the closure trap. Yes. You have to change your phone number, change your passwords, block on your Facebook, unfriend, do everything it is that you need to do to cut that contact with that person. And that person needs to understand that whether they do or not, whether the cheatee might not understand. The cheater needs to make some decisions. Let me tell you something, and this is the truth. I was in that type of relationship. I was the cheatee with a cheater. You understand what I'm saying? But I had plenty enough sense to understand, look, this is not going to work, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this. I'm going to help you cut this. I'm going to help you cut the cord. And basically that thing happened. The cord was cut. They went their way to repair what they needed to repair with their relationship. And guess what? I'm just as happy as I can be, because for the simple reason, as a person of faith, I had to make a decision to say, look, this is not what it is. And let me just stick a pin in it, because I know somebody probably saying, oh, she was with a man that had. I was with someone that was separated in their relationship, but they are still married. So regardless of if they're separated, let me give it to you like this. I'm gonna give it to you blood raw. I don't care if they separated. I don't care if she in China and he is in Kalamazoo or whatever it is, Kalamazoo, wherever it is. If they are still married, they are still legally married, and you are still a cheater. Yes. I want to give you that so that you can understand that there's nothing more for you to do other than cut it off. Because if somebody's not going to make a decision to come out of that relationship, you are in direct offense.
My next requirement is that you have to deal with the soul tie that's lying in your heart.
Yes.
Fast 40 days, 40 nights. I fasted another 40 days, 40 nights. And I fasted another 40 days.
Listen, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you try to go and cut off all of those people. If you don't quiet the voice that's on the inside of your spirit. Come on. You're going to be right back in that individual's arms once again. So you got to get to a place to quiet down the voice. How you do that? You got to have another voice speaking louder.
Shut up.
Okay, let me just say this. Not only quieting the voice, because a lot of times with men, well, we've counseled a few, the husband is getting something outside that the wife is not willing to do. And you've got to talk about that. I say it all the time. When men have sexual preferences and they're basically begging you, I don't do that, that's nasty, and all this foolishness, and then he gets some fire outside the house. You understand what I'm saying? And he cheated on me. Well, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And so now it's time for you to get in touch with that other side of yourself, that because you have to view making love to your spouse as an opportunity to be used by God to meet a deep need in them. It's not about you. You become a servant. You don't have all these high expectations. You're not self-centered. And so when you forgive, don't just say you forgive him for what he did. Now go the extra mile, girlfriend, and become good at what drove him out there in the first place.
Become a specialist.
Specialist.
Yeah, so these are all wonderful things. I want to go back to the thing that I always say. We need to understand infidelity is not the end. It's not the end all, that be all. You need to practice the art of forgetting. I always say that. We need to practice the art of forgetting. I don't like the saying is, I forgive, but I'll never forget. If you don't forget, you can't forgive. You cannot. Jesus, what they say, he threw all of our sins into what? Forgive. And we have to understand, if he can forgive us like that, what makes us bigger than God that we cannot forgive each other? What makes us big? I had someone approach me when myself and my ex started doing the Single by Default conferences together. Wow. And I had somebody come into my inbox and say, I can't believe you. After all that you went through with that person, you would still be connected to that person. I said, who are you to make a decision for me as to who I need to be connected with?
Okay, excuse me. These are my 3 steps, where I step up onto my soapbox. Because when you make a mistake, how many years ago was that the man cheated on you? 355. Yes. When you make a mistake in the kingdom, they nail you to the cross. These people have not taken a moment in time to find out how many lives this man is touching on a weekly basis, how much work he's doing in the community, how many souls he's saving, how